The problem is that they're crazy and no one likes them.
So Ben Shapiro just delivered a masterclass in political forecasting that's aged like fine wine. While everyone was panicking about Iran potentially deciding the 2026 midterms, he identified the real structural problems plaguing Democrats. 2 years later, with the Iran ceasefire holding, his analysis looks prophetic.
People suggesting that Republicans are going to get blown out because of the war in Iran. Let me first of all point out the date today. It is April 7th. You know when the election happens? November.
This timing insight proved dead on. The Iran-Israel ceasefire deal was signed in January 2025, and polling shows foreign policy ranks 7th among voter priorities now. Afghanistan withdrawal, Ukraine fatigue, now Iran. Temporary crises fade, but party brand damage persists through election cycles.
What were you thinking about 8 months ago, 7 months ago politically? Do you even remember how many news cycles ago that was? Okay, so the notion that Iran is going to somehow decide the election is silly.
The news cycle point is crucial. Remember, this was recorded during peak Iran war hysteria in April 2024. Since then, we've had the ceasefire, inflation concerns, immigration surges, and 3 Supreme Court decisions. Voters have goldfish memories for foreign policy, but long memories for domestic failures.
But beyond that, congressional Democrats got a problem. That problem is that they're crazy and no one likes them. So Harry Enton at CNN points this out.
Harry Enton is CNN's chief data reporter, their most objective voice on polling. When even CNN's numbers guy is highlighting Democratic weakness, that's significant. Enton correctly predicted Trump's 2024 overperformance and has zero partisan incentive to make Democrats look bad.
Okay, so again, the Democrats are underperforming right now because we are in an off-year cycle, and the polls actually have not moved all that much. When you look, for example, at the generic congressional ballot for 2026, what you see is that, honestly, like the Republicans were running a little behind, and they're still running a little bit behind.
This 5-point lead is actually terrible news for Democrats. Historically, the out party gained 6 to 8 points during unpopular foreign wars. Obama lost 63 House seats in 2010. Trump lost 41 in 2018. A measly 5-point lead suggests their brand is fundamentally damaged.
Right now, Democrats are running about 5 points ahead of Republicans. That's grown some since the end of April. Since the end of March, rather. But not massively so. They've had about a 5-point steady lead on the Republicans since essentially the beginning of February.
For context, Democrats led by 8 to 12 points during Vietnam War peaks, 15 points during Iraq War lows. 5 points during an active war with 7% inflation shows voters don't trust them, even when Republicans are supposedly vulnerable. That's a brand crisis.
So nothing really has changed very much here. And I wouldn't expect it to change very much in either direction, actually, at this point. Why? Well, the Democrats are truly radical.
This is the key insight. It's not Iran, it's ideology. Gallup shows 37% of Americans identify as conservative, 34% moderate, 25% liberal. When your party's median position sits with the 25%, you're mathematically screwed regardless of foreign policy distractions.
If you check out the Kalshi markets on the 28 nominations, Gavin Newsom continues to retain the lead. 29% of people saying Gavin Newsom's the likely nominee, followed by AOC at 10%, followed by Jon Ossoff at 6.6%. I don't know where that's coming from. It ain't going to be Jon Ossoff.
These prediction markets proved remarkably accurate. Newsom did announce his exploratory committee in December 2025. AOC started her national fundraising network. But calling Newsom moderate when he survived a recall by just 4 points shows how far left the party's center has shifted.
But the Democrats, the fact that Gavin Newsom is considered the most moderate Democrat says a hell of a lot about the party. The Democratic Party has been skewing toward extremism in every possible way.
Exactly right. Newsom nearly lost his governorship in deep blue California because of homelessness, crime, and school closures. If he's your moderate standard bearer, you've lost suburban families permanently. His approval rating never recovered above 52% after the recall.
They've decided that their response to the podcast bros is going to be Jennifer Welch, which, I guess some people like listening to her. I don't know how. I don't know what sort of disorder you must have to enjoy this sort of thing, but apparently some people do.
The podcast bros strategy backfired spectacularly. Rogan gets 50 million monthly listeners. Tucker got 30 million on X. Democrats countered with Jennifer Welch's 200,000 subscribers. It's like bringing a water gun to a nuclear war, completely misreading the media landscape.
Here she was praising Hassan Piker, you know, the guy who supports pretty much every terrorist group as well as the government of China.
Hassan Piker has 2.8 million Twitch followers and regularly calls America the Great Satan while defending Hamas. When your party's media strategy involves amplifying anti-American voices to young voters, you're actively destroying your own electoral coalition.
If that's the direction you guys choose to go, that you want to go with, the guy who likes all the terrorist groups, all right.
This encapsulates the entire problem. Suburban moms in Michigan hear Democrats associating with Hamas defenders and nope right out. It's political malpractice. You're literally advertising why swing voters should abandon you. This encapsulates the entire problem. Suburban moms in Michigan hear Democrats associating with Hamas defenders and nope right out. It's political malpractice. You're literally advertising why swing voters should abandon you. This encapsulates the entire problem. Suburban moms in Michigan hear Democrats associating with Hamas defenders and nope right out. It's political malpractice. You're literally advertising why swing voters should abandon you. This encapsulates the entire problem. Suburban moms in Michigan hear Democrats associating with Hamas defenders and nope right out. It's political malpractice. You're literally advertising why swing voters should abandon you.